is dyscalculia?
It's a math learning disability where you have trouble with math.
Okay. What is dyscalculia?
It's when you're dyslexic with numbers. So the number might be like 1, 2, 3, but you see like 2, 1, 3.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
What is dyscalculia?
Dyscalculia is sort of like you're really not good at math. Like you mix up numbers and you just don't really understand it.
Okay. Do you know what dyscalculia is?
I think it's like a math learning disability or something.
What is dyscalculia?
I've heard that's like dyslexia, but with math, I can't.
Dyscalculia is a math learning disability. Patients have trouble understanding when and how to apply math to the real world. This disability affects the person to succeed in mathematics. It goes by many names. Public schools call it a mathematics learning disability. Many kids and parents call it math dyslexia, and doctors call it a mathematics disorder.
Some challenges that an individual with dyscalculia may face is that they have trouble applying math to things that involve math. They also sometimes do not know how to get to places they have been before. They have difficulty using money. There is no treatment to this disability, but there are special math teachers that can help with a person living with dyscalculia.
How does dyscalculia affect an individual?
Dyscalculia is a learning disability, and it affects their ability to do math problems, calculation problems. So it affects mainly their students' math and science curriculum.
How common is dyscalculia?
Actually, it's less common than you would think. Dyscalculia's sister is dyslexia, and that's actually much more common. So dyscalculia, I don't know the statistics, but we don't have a tremendous amount of kids here classified with dyscalculia.
What are the common challenges of having dyscalculia?
The most common thing is an inability to actually calculate numbers. So sometimes when that happens with students, we support them with things like multiplication grids, calculators, extended time on tests so that they can have that extra time needed to make sure their calculations are correct.
Okay. Are there any treatments to help someone with dyscalculia?
It's not something that you can necessarily remediate, but what we do is try to support them, because dyscalculia by nature doesn't mean that someone isn't smart. In fact, it's what's called a learning disability is an unexplained reason that someone's struggling in math. If they weren't smart, we would know why they were struggling, because things are hard for them. But this is someone of normal intelligence that struggles in this one particular area. So what we do is just try to support them so that they can stay in the general ed class. They may need different modifications to their day, but generally they should be able to reach that general ed curriculum with the supports in place.
Is it just math people with dyscalculia have trouble with this?
Sometimes, so it's largely math. But sometimes it also impacts science, because as you get older and you guys realize there's a lot more math included in the science curriculum. So yes, those are the two areas where their math calculations would be in the curriculum.
Do people with dyscalculia act differently?
No, generally not. Although one common thing that people struggle with learning disabilities is anxiety, and I think it kind of makes sense. If you're sitting in a class and something's hard for you, it makes you a little nervous. And so oftentimes people will say to us, well, they're anxious, and we have to explain, well, that's a normal thing. If something's hard for you, it tends to be anxiety provoking. So, but generally it doesn't impact their behavior.
Harry Winkler, known as the Franz, has dyscalculia. He is well known for the role on Happy Days and has accomplished a great deal more since then. He surely did not let his math issues hold him back.
Have you ever taken a math test where you know what to do but you just forget and blank out? This is what math is like for every person with dyscalculia all the time. Even if they have been taught something, they cannot remember how to do it.
One, two.
jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and